All right, guys, it's Pat. So I'm setting the clock. We had 10 minutes to work. So I'm just getting ready for the first movement. Feel all fancy, getting prepped. And you're just gonna work out with me. 30 on, starting with jumping jacks. So doing jumping jacks, classic jumping jacks, raising the heart rate up. I'm just getting the body warmed up. This is gonna be for 30 seconds on. So we're moving. Try to elevate that heart rate. And we're going 30 seconds work. Keep it going. Very classic movement, simple. Right, from here, we just want to warm everything up. We'll stretch out those hamstrings. We'll just get the body primed and ready to go. Classic walkouts. So when you're walking out, slight bend in the knees, push yourself up, walk back with straight legs, stretch out those hamstrings. Everything's 30 seconds. We're not counting reps. Think about just quality movement. Get that stretch. Stand up tall at the top. Finish that last rep. Shake it out. Don't be dramatic like me. And we're gonna go into straight leg sit-ups. So again, you can definitely use momentum here. If you wanna go butterfly, you can, but we're definitely doing a little bit of core work here. You'll notice I'll peek up the clock from time to time because we're doing 30 seconds of each exercise, one after another. Use those arms for momentum, shoot forward. Big breath out at the top. Breathing the whole time through. And those are our straight leg sit-ups for 30 seconds. Right, from here, we're gonna actually work lower body, right? So we're gonna keep our feet planted. We're gonna drive our hips up. We're gonna do hip thrust. So here's the thing, guys. Just keep those feet planted. Once you're at full extension, you're driving your hips upward. I want a nice squeeze. So you're gonna hold for a few seconds. You can actually hold the whole time if you want. Doesn't matter how many reps, but think about that contraction. Knocking out those hip bridges. All right, next 30 seconds, you're gonna get yourself into a position where you're able to go into push-up with shoulder taps. Now with this, do a full extension on the push-up. Control, you don't wanna rock those hips too much when you're going alternating shoulder taps. And we're gonna do this complex of push-up, shoulder tap for 30 seconds. Keep that belly button in, butt squeezed, core nice and tight. 30 seconds, quality over quantity. Breathe. All right, from here, let's go right into Supermans. So I can nitpick myself watching the tape. I would want to squeeze my butt a little bit more, really reach up, or again, that extension. So we're working, engaging lower back, working a lot of that posterior, but control it. So arms, legs rise at the same rate, and we're nice and controlled for 30 seconds. I'm bending my knees a little more than I should, so try to keep those legs straight, but we're looking at that extended position at the top. All right, right, from here, some more core. You're just gonna go into a standard plank position, right? So I'm in a low plank, right? I'm on that forearm plank. My belly button's in, my butt's squeezed, and keep my body nice and neutral back rather. And I'm holding for 30. It's a static hold. So this is a chance to also breathe if you're out of breath, collect your thoughts, think about how much you like this workout, but we're 30 seconds in here. Hanging out, watching the clock, or just chilling with me as we go through it. From here, mountain climbers, cardio. So you basically went from that push-up position, that plank position, right to mountain climber. So you can think about two ways. You can think about fast pace, just drive that heart rate up, or really work obliques by going opposite knee to opposite shoulder, slow and controlled. Think about that rotation. I kind of went right in the middle. I kept a steady pace, but I just thought about raising that heart rate up in the process. Man, I look so tired right here. Don't look tired. All right, did those mountain climbers. Here, we're gonna go right into leg raises. So here's the goal, guys. Keep those legs as straight as possible. Slow down the tempo. I was like rushing through this. So if I would coach you through it, I'd say keep those legs a little bit slower and controlled on the descent. Ideally, keep those legs as straight as possible. Point those toes. You can elevate your upper body a little bit to get that core fired up, but we're just looking for down and up. Hands under your butt completely is gonna make it a little easier. All right, next movement, more core. So we went into, I call them swimmers, get a couple different names, but your feet stay planted. You're actually lying completely down as I am here. I was wearing a hat, so I just didn't want that thing to fall off, but quarantine hair. You're just going from side to side. That back stays nice and flat. You're working obliques. and you're just looking to touch the same side heel or toe. 30 seconds on, guys. Breathe. Completely flat, don't tense up that neck. Next movement, we got our 30-second interval coming up. We're gonna go into plank ups, all right? So we went into that forearm plank position, and it's just gonna work in sequence of forearm plank, come up to full extension to a high plank, right? Keep that belly button in, butt squeezed. Try to have your whole body work as a unit, right? So a nice table top position from start to finish. Up, down, up, down. Find that rhythm, zone in, crank it out, 30 seconds. Breathing. All right, finally, I'm like, I get to stand up. Shake it out. Squats. I went jump squats. This is just a good way to actually still get that cardio and get that sweat. Just make sure you're not landing really awkwardly and, putting a lot of pressure on the ankles. Jumping movements aren't for you. Bodyweight squats. Regress it to just using, a table, bench, chair, sit to stand. We're working lower body here. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Keep in mind the clock, or you can just work out with me and we're gonna go 30 seconds on. Definitely shake your arms out like I did. High knees, guys. We're just gonna get the heart rate up. You could throw your arms parallel in front of you, give yourself a gauge for how high you want those knees to get. I'm just thinking up, down, up, down, up, down, landing on the balls of my feet, driving that heart rate up, keeping like a nice runner's pace. This is my 30 seconds of high knees, guys. Almost done, almost done. Breathe. More than halfway through, mind you, so pace. All right, we went from high knees, now we're gonna get back onto our mat, on the ground. We're gonna go into a side plank. So again, this is a movement where you can go left side, right side. It really doesn't matter. In this instance, I went left side. What I wanna think about doing is driving my hips forward. So if you really, it's hard to see from this camera angle, but you're gonna drive your hips forward. You're gonna plant on the opposite arm. The arm that's raising upward is in line with the arm that's posted to the ground. You're raising your hips up. Draw those hips up, squeeze the butt, and stack your feet. So now as we go to the opposite side, some of those pointers are just gonna translate over. You're still stacking those hips nice and high. You wanna actually, if in this instance you wanna draw your hips a little bit closer to the camera so your body's staying in a straight line. Hips high, arm raised, and we're holding. Hanging out. This is a 30-second static hold. We're breathing, hanging out. Notice your feet are definitely just stacked up on top of each other. That applies to the left and right side. Everybody's favorite, bicycles. So here's the thing with bicycles, don't put stress on your neck. I'm basically only resting fingertips behind the ears, and I'm using this cue of elbow to opposite knee, and I'm fully kicking out. Just keep that momentum, right? Just think about grunt work, and find that pattern of elbow, opposite knee, kick out all the way, get that core fired up. Think about quarantine goals for 30 seconds. Okay, my absolute favorite, and that's me being completely phony, Russian twist. This was hard to keep up for 30 seconds, but I just want you to keep those legs as straight as possible, low to the ground, work left, right, over. You want to really be a champ, grab a weight, grab anything, and you could use that weight and added resistance to make it a little bit more challenging. But essentially, feet low to the ground. I might want to encourage myself to keep my chest up a little higher, but 30 seconds on. All right, finally, we're standing on up. Okay, lower body, got lunges. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna work left and right side. And we're basically going to like pulse lunges or single leg lunges, where we're gonna work each side for 30 seconds. So you're gonna get yourself into a good position where that back knee is just touching the ground, or at a level where you're not feeling any strain, right? We're not trying to work through any type of discomfort, aggravate anything, but I'm going into good lunges, really working each side individually, and thinking about as many reps as I can get that look good, that have good movement pattern. So again, working on some stability, some balance, some coordination. We went left side, right side, 30 seconds a pop each side. Again, great way to really just work on balance, stability, some good ankle mobility in there. I'm peering very, very intently at the clock just to make sure I'm not doing anything more than 30 seconds for you guys. Let's grind it out. Okay, coming up, home stretch. You guys made it. Everybody's favorite, I want you to knock out burpees for 30 seconds. Go in, go hard, don't stop. Now remember, you can take about 2 to 3 to upwards of 5 minutes before you repeat the circuit. One time for my beginners, mediate to advanced, 2 rounds, and if you really feel like getting yourself through the ringer, getting through it, try 3 rounds for all the champs out there. But finish strong with burpees, everybody's favorite. That was my 30 seconds. I'm done. Get after it. Later, guys.